Well, it's a little video detailing a friend of mine's car. It's got a 2005 Mustang. Pretty nice. Got her decked out with aftermarket wheels, and he had a big branch off a tree fall on the the hood, and so we got a replacement hood, but the place that painted it didn't have the time to really detail it up properly, and so he brought it over to me, and that's what I do as a sideline. But just give you kind of a before and after. I've already started buffing. You can see the hood had a lot of minor orange peel. It was just very minor, so I used some 2000 grit, wet and dry, and cleaned that up. The cowling, you can see the difference between that side's all finished, other than polishing, or waxing I should say. This side needs polished and waxed. And now this fender was okay. It hadn't been repainted, and so just basically good wax on that one. But I believe they got the bumper. I'm doing the bumper. You can see the difference between that's polished and that's with the 2000 grit. So you can see the hood. I haven't done these insets yet. But this is the hood here. This is what it's going to. Got a lot of crud on it here, but you can kind of get an idea. I've polished this out. You can see that's pretty clear, pretty good looking. And now this front fender, or front corner of the hood here, has been waxed. I wanted to see, because I had some real minor scratching that I wanted to get rid of, try to get rid of, and I was going with different compounds to see which would work the best. And because this side of the hood looked like the other side. This whole fender was wet sand, and you can see I've got it pretty well cleaned up. It looks pretty good. The products that I'm using is, this is the rubbing compound, or it's called Fast Cut. It's I bought it from a company online. I don't know where it's from, but anyway, it's works pretty good. And then what I have is the Flex orbital buffer with a cutting pad on it, the orange cutting pad, and this is my finishing pad, and that will be my wax. I use I don't know whether I'm going to go with the System 51 or just go right to, I have some, it's called Bahama Mama wax. That's actually a carnauba wax, and might go with that next. Depends. If this turns out pretty good, which it's looking pretty good, minor buff marks, I don't know if I'll use the System 51 over the top of that or not. But anyway, it's another project that I have, and it takes time though. I got about 4 hours into what I've done so far, and it started last night. So we're just getting her cleaned up for her, make it pretty show quality after we're done here. So back of it I detailed about a year ago, I guess it was, and I spent close to 22 hours on it before, and just working it. And the paint was pretty good. It's just factory, but it's still, you can still see there's a decent shine to it. So it won't take much to get the rest of it buffed out. But the part that was repainted was the part that he wanted me to redo. Let me see if I can show you here. Now this is part of the hood has been buffed by the guys that painted it. Let me see if I can get a picture here that'll actually, it's hard to see. Looking at the reflection of the lights there. It's hard to see, but you can see this side here is a lot clearer, a lot crisper than this side. This is dull. And so it's just a matter of hitting that with some compound, and then some, I might even use this System 51 on that. It's a light cutting compound. But I'm using the orbital buffer. I'm not using circular. And this car's been painted not too long ago, and I just don't want to get that paint that hot. And so I'm using the orbital, which works good. I've got these foam pads, different kinds, and so we're using those to get the imperfections out. Anyway, that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching. Well, here's what she looks like with the polished out and waxed. I mean, I just got the front end done, which you can see, nice reflection. I mean, it's an aftermarket fiberglass hood, so it's not smooth by any means. It's nothing like the fenders. The fenders are steel, and you can see my reflection in there. It's pretty good. So anyway, got that done. So everything turned out pretty good. It's just a matter now of getting the rest of her done. So it just about, let's see, about 7 hours into just the front end. Of course, I had to wet sand everything. So, but anyway, the rest of it should go pretty quick, because like I said, I just detailed this last fall, I think it was. So doesn't need a whole lot. So I'll just get busy and clean up the back end and throw a nice coat of wax on her, and she'll be done.